Good evening. We are going to get started here in just a minute. Okay, we're waiting on just one person here to jump on. I think this should be going right. I just want to make sure everything's working right. So give us one more second to get anybody else on. All right. Making a few adjustments. Okay. So also put down where you're from in the chat on that too. Hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. We are going to get started. So I hope everybody's had a wonderful day today. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Gretchen. I'm a sales director with Mary Kay. And I am going to be sharing a little bit of information about the Mary Kay business, our the overall business, about the products, and about how you can earn some free prizes, and how you can help your consultant earn some prizes herself, get credit for watching this video, and then also get entered yourself into a big prize at the end. So, and then order products and things like that. But we really want to share with you some of our favorite products. And that is kind of the joy of this, is being able to highlight some of our top selling products and what those things are and how they really work for your skin and how you can use them best for building a good skin care routine for you. So with Mary Kay, we always like to start with the premise of what is our skincare? How are we taking care of our skin? And how can we do things that are going to help our skin look the best it can, and then add the color products that we want to add, but not feel like you actually have to add as much color necessarily because your skin looks great. So just a couple things. As we get started here, to get entered into winning some prizes, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a little tic-tac, this light's kind of funny, tic-tac-toe board, a little hashtag, right? It's just on a piece of paper. Do that, write that on the back. And on the top, you want to put your name and your phone number and who your consultant is, okay? Because there's we have a couple different people as consultants that invited to this party. So put down who your consultant is as well, so that she gets credit for you being on this too. At the end, you'll be able to text that to her or to me. Either way, we'll get to her and stuff. So just a couple quick facts, just to introduce myself. My name is Gretchen, like I said, and I've been with Mary Kay for over 10 years now. I started when my kids were 5 and 8, and now they are 16 and 19, so 10 and a half years. So it's been a fun, interesting, making this work through life journey, which has been really great. And prior to Mary Kay, I'll share more about that later, but I didn't have any skincare experience, so not to worry if that is you. Hello, the people who are getting on, and make sure you go ahead and put your name in your chat if you just jumped on, which you guys did. Also, grab your piece of paper, put a little tic-tac-toe board on it, little hashtag on it, and then a 1, 2, and 3 at the bottom. I forgot to say that. A 1, 2, and 3. And what I want you to do on that tic-tac-toe board is I want you to write down things that stood out to you about the company, things that stood out to you about products that you've heard, or something that was really important, or like, I didn't know that, or I really love this about the Mary Kay company. So that's what you put on the hashtag. And then when you send it in, that's when your consultant gets credit for her challenge that she's in as well. So we have some girls working on some big challenges. So by watching this video, you're helping her out. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do is just give you a quick little rundown on Mary Kay and who we are as a company. We were founded back in 1963 by Mary Kay Ash, and she, hold on one second, I gotta do one thing. She started this company when she was a single woman, And she wasn't single. She had been in direct sales single, and then she got married, and then she decided to start her Mary Kay business. And when she did, her husband passed away right before she started it. So she had to bring her 20-year-old son home to help her start the business back in 1963, because back then she needed a woman the woman needed a man to help her get her business going, even though he was only 20. But they did a fabulous job, and we are still here today. So we love that Mary Kay really just went out on a limb and took that chance to start this business back in 1963. And we are still a family-owned and operated company. We are based out of Dallas, Texas, and all of our products are made and manufactured just outside of Dallas in our zero landfill, like LEED green certified manufacturing plant. So I'm sure lots of you care if your products are environmentally friendly and all that. So know that we have that LEED certification for the manufacturing plant. So that's some basic information. We don't test on animals, and we are in 40 markets worldwide. People have asked that question. Are we around the world? And we are, which is really great that we can offer this business and these products to women and men around the world. So to get started on our skincare. So what we say in Mary Kay is, how old you are is your business. How old you look is ours. So we want you to have great looking skin. So what I want to do is quickly go through our skincare sets, just so you have an overview of what we offer in terms of skincare products. I like to start kind of the youngest first. So we do have a botanicals skincare line. So this line is designed for people in their early teens, even like 9-10 range, up to kind of the mid 20s. And for people that have really sensitive skin, the botanicals works well for them too. It is a great skincare line. It has a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. And that way you can get youngsters set on a good skincare routine, or if they just have a little acne, or they just really need to be taking care of their skin so they don't get acne. That botanicals line is great and excellent skincare line. It also works for adults as well. We have a dry and a normal formula as well. So that is our botanicals line. Then the next line we have is called Clear Proof. And this is our acne treatment line. And it has a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer, and then an acne treatment gel. This works great on that teenage acne skin, right? That skin that, if they wash it, it actually starts to work, and it works, and it clears up their skin. So having a 16-year-old boy, half the battle is getting them to use the product. But once they do, it really works to clear up their skin. So it's an amazing acne line. And that retails for $50. It's a great price point, lasts probably 4 to 5 months. So that's a Clear Proof acne line. So if that's of interest to you, like I've got those kids, put it down on your little tic-tac-toe board. The next line I like to mention is our natural skincare line. Now, that is our only skincare line that's not made in the US. It is made and manufactured in Europe. And to keep its natural certification, it needs to be manufactured on a naturally certified manufacturing plant. And there is no certification for natural in the US. So to have that certification, it does need to be made over in Europe. And the company called EcoCert certifies those products. So that has a cleanser, a nourishing oil, or a moisturizing stick, and then also an exfoliating powder. So that's a great skincare line for people who want that natural product. Then we have our kind of our gold standard set. I'm going to come back to this one. This one is our Time Wise Miracle set. I'll come back to that in a second. Then we have, when you think about a little bit more mature skin, so us that are over 50, this is our Time Wise Repair. I love the skincare line. I've been using it since my mid 40s and mid to late 40s, actually. And this has a cleanser, and then this has that lifting serum in it, which is amazing. Makes your skin so soft, and I love how it feels. And it really does tighten and even out your skin and help with the collagen elasticity building your skin. Has a day and a night moisturizer, and then also an eye cream. Okay, so that's our Time Wise Repair. So if you're in that upper age, or you really want to be tackling that skincare, the Time Wise Repair is the set for you. And then the last one I'm going to do before we go back to the Time Wise is our men's product line. So we do have a great line of men's skincare products. These work on everything for the men, right? We have the cleanser, moisturizer, and eye cream. We have a shave foam, And we also have an aftershave gel as well. So that is our men's skincare line packaged more gentle and neutral. All right, so that is our skincare line. So the one I'm going to highlight tonight is our Time Wise Miracle Set. This is great for that 20s up to 50s and sometimes older skin as well. It really works for all ages. I have people who've been using this for years, and when people say, what do you use on your skin? And they tell you it's Mary Kay, and then they tell you their age. You're like, oh my gosh, that stuff really works. So this 4-in-1 cleanser, keeping life simple, right? It's a simple set. It's 3 steps. So the 4-in-1 cleanser is a cleanser, toner, gentle exfoliant, and a skin brightener all in one. And then it has either a day or night moisturizer. And those are the day cream, color coded, has SPF 30 in it. You can get it without. And it also has anti-aging properties in this, as well as providing 12 hours of hydration. So if you're like, this is what I need, put that down on that tic-tac-toe board. And then this is your night cream. So the night cream has vitamins A, E, and C. It has a product called encapsulated resveratrol, which works on the skin, the collagen elasticity building of your skin. And then it has vitamin B12, which works on the skin tone and the brightness of your skin. So that they kind of put all the power of the anti-aging into the night cream. So don't skip this one. And then they have the eye cream. Eye creams, when you're using them, first of all, you want to use your 4th finger, just gentle and tap and stipple and not rub that skin. So this eye cream does 4 main things. It works on lines and wrinkles, puffiness, dark circles, and the crepiness, which is when it doesn't go back to where it's supposed to go. If you're young and watching this, you're like, what is she talking about? The rest of us are like, oh, we know what you're talking about. So that is your eye cream. So this full set, the Time Wise Miracle Set, it's 120, 4 pieces. It lasts about 4 to 5 months for most people, probably a little longer. You use a tiny, tiny bit. So this really works for so many different skin types because it has 2 formulas. So it comes in a normal to dry and combination to oily skin. So this works for a multitude of people. You can always mix and match as well. And one thing, if you're thinking, well, Gretchen, I already have a skincare set, but I'm not really that happy with it, but I don't want to throw it away. You can always buy individual pieces and replace as you run out of your other products. Or if you need some supplemental products to add in to your Mary Kay skincare set, we're going to talk about those next. So that is your Time Wise Miracle Set. And if anyone's ever been around Mary Kay for years, we've had the Miracle Set. It's been changed and updated, but we've had that line for years. So it's a wonderful skincare line and it just works amazingly well. So the next thing I want to do, so if you're just jumping on, make sure you do a little hashtag or a tic-tac-toe board, put your name and your phone number on that, and then a 1, 2, and 3 at the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through our top 10 products. So I always like to start with our exfoliating products. So exfoliating, we're going to do twice a week, weekends and Wednesdays. That's a good way to remember it. And the number one I like to share is our charcoal mask. Now, this is great for all skin types, but if you have really dry skin, I probably wouldn't recommend this. We do have a pink clay mask as well. But the charcoal, what it does is it is an absorbing agent, and as it dries, hi, thanks for jumping on. As it dries, it kind of sucks out all the impurities in your skin. So this product, great for that teenage skin, 20s, up to 30s and 40s, all skin types still. But especially if you're really oily, or if you have some of that harder to tackle acne, this is great where you can just almost sometimes target spot it daily, and it can help with those more stubborn acne or deeper acne things as well. So that is our charcoal mask. The next one, my favorite, is our Microdermabrasion Plus set. So this has a scrub, use in the shower, quick and easy, takes 5 seconds, followed by a pore minimizing serum. So this product, it's a topical scrub. It is gentle, and they're salon grade crystals, so they're round, so they don't rip and tear at your skin. I know back in the past, we all use that other product that if it hurts on your face, that's a no-no, okay? So this is, you still feel it, right? But it's gentle and it doesn't pull at your skin and tear at your skin. Microdermabrasion Plus set, 55, love this thing. And honestly, again, it lasts forever, twice a week. And then the next one is part of the repair line. This is our glycolic peel. In the glycolic peel, what that does is it's clear. So you put it on, it will sit on for, 15, 20 minutes. And it breaks up the top layers of your, like the cell bonds of your top layers of your skin. So then that sloughs off your face. So it's a more complete exfoliation process. So, and some people mix and match. They'll use this once a week and they'll use, say, the topical scrub once a week. So that's a great combination. So this is the glycolic peel. So for in your top 10 items, first exfoliating is charcoal mask. The second is the microdermabrasion plus set. And the third is the glycolic peel. Okay, so from there, I like to go into kind of some of our pampering products, things like that. So if you have questions as we're going along too, go ahead and put that in the chat. I'll try to follow along. If I miss your question and don't get back to you, by all means, know that I'm going to look at it and I will get back to you, but sometimes it might, get a little behind. So the first one I wanted to share these. Okay, so on your little tic-tac-toe, if you're like, oh my gosh, I totally have to have these, you just call them eye patches. They're the Mary Kay Hydrogel eye patches. And first thing I love about Mary Kay is that we take care in the packaging we have. So first of all, it's just a regular lid, right? But inside we have the spoon and then this other additional sealed thing. So this stays clean inside and it stays moist, so these don't dry out. So if you happen to not use them twice a week like you're supposed to, right, they last longer. They're not going to dry out on you in 3 months. So they're just right in there. There's just one left in this package. Use them all. But what is nice about this, so the seals back up and then you just put the spoon back on here. So you use the spoon to pull out the hydrogel eye patch. And it's like a little Nike swoop. You just put the pointed side here and it goes right under your eye. And then you leave it on and the glycerin in there deeply hydrates into that skin. So the skin around your eyes is not the same as the skin on your face. So it is about, I think, like the third of the thickness. It doesn't have the same oil glands, right, as your regular skin. And doesn't have the same collagen and elasticity building properties. So this deeply hydrates that skin. And that's what the skin dries out faster, right, than the rest of the skin on your face. So it doesn't have those same oil glands. So these are the hydrogel eye patches. And then the other thing that comes along is kind of one of those add-on pampering products is we have two products in our we have a clinical solutions. It's like a booster pack, right? Think about it that way. So if you want retinol, we have a 0.05 retinol that you can use. I've been using that. I can totally tell the difference in my skin. It's nice. Like I wear a little bit of foundation, but not a lot because my skin looks good pretty much without foundation. So I do a quick because I've been using this product and it's really working on my skin. So the retinol is a great long-term care for your skin. Then you can add in, we have a deep hydrator. So if you have really dry skin, maybe not this time of year, but people still do. If you have really dry skin, we have it's called H+A, so the hyaluronic acid plus ceramide deep hydrator. So these are $38, great price point. Just one drop of the oil, spread it around everywhere except the eye area. Great product. Then we also have the Clinical Solutions line reducer. So that you might target more in certain areas that you have more specific lines. And again, that's just adding in that extra layer of like, I really want to work on this particular area. I want to get these wrinkles taken care of. Prevention in areas that those wrinkles could come as well. So that is another part of the Clinical Solutions kind of division of that. They call it a dermacosmetic grade product. So that is the line reducer. So those two products, fabulous items. Then the next one to highlight, this is the other little treatment for your lips. And somebody mentioned earlier today, I was talking to as well about the satin hands. So many of you have tried satin hands in the past. So this is satin hands for your lips. So satin lips, it's a sugar scrub and it has shea butter in it. And then you just scrub it around for about 15, 20 seconds and then rinse it off. And then you finish it up with the balm. And this is just like a normal little, applicator, right? But what this does, it's a shea butter balm and it hydrates really well for your lips so that you don't actually have to reapply all day long. It's not going to stay slippery. You can put your lipstick on and all of that, but it hydrates your lips versus providing something that you feel like you're hydrated, it dries out, and then lips get more dry. So this is our satin lips balm. So the scrub and the balm together are 22, or individually they're 12. So great little product. Okay, so number 7 in our top 10 favorite products is the Mary Kay Makeup Remover. Now this product, hands down, one of our best-selling products. If you look at it, it looks like it has oil in it, right? Well, what this is a conditioner in there for your lashes. So when you put it on, it's soft, it's moist, and it moisturizes the eye area. So you're not drying it out as you're removing your makeup. And it just removes makeup amazingly well. So you just shake it up and ta-da, put it on, hold for a second, and then wipe. Gets your waterproof. So people who say, I don't like waterproof, we have a fabulous waterproof mascara and waterproof eyeliner. And this just takes it right off. You don't have to, pull out your skin to get it off. And then the other is going to highlight as our micellar water. And I actually have the travel size one of this. It's like full size like this. But the micellar water is a great kind of, if you have a lot of makeup on, it's great to help take makeup off first before you use your cleanser, but our cleansers get your makeup off too. You do not have to do 2 steps. The other thing that's great about this, it's just a quick, easy touch up. If you're running out of time at night and you don't have time for something else, you can do the micellar water. Or if think about like during the day, especially when it's hot out or any activity that you've been doing, it's just really nice to be able to just kind of refresh, right? You get done like with a bike ride or out in the garden or even going for a walk, and you just want to clean up a little bit. It gets all the gunk off from the day, but you still have the opportunity to clean your face properly later in the night. So love the micellar water. Okay. And then our number 9 is one of my other favorite products. This is our Targeted Action Total Body Toning Lotion. You can call this the anti-jiggle juice. So you can write that down on your piece of paper. So this product, again, packaging, it's closed. Now it's open. So I have to do my other arm because I did the other arm earlier today. And this product, it is amazing. It hydrates the skin so well. It has now I must say this, has a light scent to it, but it doesn't linger and it just smells nice. There are no, in our skincare products, we don't have any added fragrance. Now the white tea and citrus hand pampering set, yes, that has the white tea scent in it. But, or like a peach or whatever, those do. But this body lotion, all this and our skincare, it's all the natural ingredients, the botanicals in there that give it its scent, if it has a scent. So I love this body lotion. So it helps to firm up the skin and just hydrates and moisturizes so well. I went on a trip back in February. By the time I got from Seattle to Salt Lake City, my lips were dry, they were dying. And my body, it was like just leaking off. It was terrible. My daughter was flying into Salt Lake City. Now, I would have found a Mary Kay person in Salt Lake City, and I was only there for 4 days if my daughter had not brought this with her to me, because that is how badly I needed that and the satin lips. I didn't have my satin lips with me. No idea that my skin would dry out. Like literally by the time I got to Boise, it was terrible. So fabulous products. Now, I did see a Mary Kay car drive by me while I was in Salt Lake City. So I know there's consultants there. And I would have found her, the car driver, and would have said, I need this. And she would have said, great, swing on by. I have it for you right here. So that is one of those things about our customer service with Mary Kay, is that we have the products in stock so we can get it to you right away. You don't have to wait for it to come from the company. We have it and go, here it is right for you. So boop, right through the computer screen. Okay, so that's number 9, the Targeted Action Total Body Toning Lotion or Anti-Jiggle Juice. And then the last thing I wanted to highlight is our Mary Kay Skin Vigorate Cleansing Brush. So this is, it's rechargeable, it's waterproof, $75. It vibrates and it has 2 speeds. And what this does is it gently exfoliates and cleans your skin with our Mary Kay cleansers. And it does a deeper clean on your skin. So your skin is cleaner each night. And then when you put your serums on or you put your moisturizer on, it can work more effectively, right? Because your face is cleaner. So think about, I'm sure you guys can answer this in the chat, but I'm pretty sure we know this, how often you want to wash your face. And you do want to wash your face twice a day, morning and night. If you can't do anything, make sure you do it at night, because you think about just think about like your glasses or your car windshield wiper, there's just dirt and pollutants everywhere. And you're walking through that and it's getting on your skin. So you want to clean all that off your face before you put that moisturizer on and get that really good anti-aging working at night. So those are our top 10 products. So we had our skincare lines and top 10 products. And these are the skincare products that I'm highlighting. We do have more body care products. And then we have color. And so I highly encourage you, if you're like, I need a mascara, we've got great color products and we've got great services to help you find the right products, even if it's on Zoom. We can help you find like foundation match. It's amazing. And so check out your consultant's website or my website. It's the marykay.com / the consultant's name, but you can put that into into a search feature as well. So you do want to make sure that you're ordering directly from your consultant and not somebody else. Except if you already have a Mary Kay consultant, I didn't say this earlier, then you do need to purchase. You can purchase if you're just visiting this party, you can, and supporting the hostess, then you can order directly from the hostess, right? And through that party at that time. But normally then we would send you back with your regular Mary Kay consultant, because that is part of our customer service policy with Mary Kay. So I have 3 questions for you guys, and I'll give you a little bit more information on a few other things as we go through these questions. So on your tic-tac-toe board, if you jump down partway through, make sure you wrote tic-tac-toe board and put down your favorite items on there, or something that you heard about the company, or I shared, even a piece of information that I shared that stood out to you that you didn't know, or something that you learned, or something that was interesting. This is a picture of Mary Kay Ash right here over my shoulder too. So put that in the tic-tac-toe. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to put your name and number, the tic-tac-toe, and then 1, 2, or 3 at the bottom. So, and then you're going to text that to your consultant or to me. If you're texting it to me on behalf of your consultant or a hostess for a party, something like that, put down either the hostess's name or the consultant's name as well, so that we make sure the orders get to right people and the right person contacts you. But the questions that I have for you, the first question, and this is for everybody, is would you like to be my customer or your consultant's customer? Now, you're like, well, sure, I'll be your customer. What does it mean when you're a customer? What do you get as a customer? So as a customer, you get entered into the preferred customer program. And in that, you get special gifts on your birthday. You get special discounts. You get to hear about products that are new on the market, or to hear about or get samples of our limited edition items. We have a new, I didn't even highlight this, the under eye puffiness. If you get puffy under eyes, we've got the answer for you, okay? We get those samples, like the lookbook, our last catalog had an actual sample of that in there. So that's one of the privileges being a part of the preferred customer program. And then you get those birthday discounts. Any other discounts or special, you hear about them first, or you hear about them. And then the catalog, extra gifts or goodies in your orders as well, which is great. So that is the first question. So you're going to say yes or no, thank you. Prefer the no, thank you. I mean, we prefer the yes, but if you're going to say no, thank you. So yes or no, thank you, or I would like to be your customer. Number 2, the question is free or me? And like, what does that mean? Free or me? So everybody likes free, right? You're like, well, what can I get for free? So we have a fabulous hostess program for hosting a Zoom party or an in-person party or a Facebook party. And the way that works is that you get $25 of products for free just for hosting a party. Super simple. The party would be, if it's a live party, you plus 2 makes a party. If it's a Facebook party, it's 5 people watching the live or ordering or interacting in that party. So you get $25 for free of product, and then you get 10% of the party sales. So that's in-person Zoom as well. That's your hostess credit, is 10% of the party sales. And then for your other parties, when you book an additional party off of your party, or somebody books, right, a party off of your party, a Facebook party, anything in person, you get an additional $25 of free products. Okay, so that's like great too. You're like, oh, my friend is going to hold a party too. Yeah, I get some more products for free. When she holds that party, you get an additional 25 that you can order. So love taking care of our hostesses and pampering our hostesses. So that is free or me. Okay. And then the third one is MK or no thank you. And what that means is I'd like to learn a little bit more about the MK business. Now, so many people either think they know, or they actually don't know, or they have no idea, but they're a little bit curious. And being curious is a good thing, right? Curious George, good thing. And what we say is that a woman with all the information can make an informed decision. If you were to ask me straight out, would you like to do Mary Kay, Gretchen? I would have said, heck yeah. I was a rowing coach. I coached rowing for 15 years. I have consultants on my team that were rowers as well. And that was my background. I spent hours out in the sun, in the rain, in the Northwest, and not too much the snow, but the rain, right? Not taking care of my skin. And I didn't know anything about skincare, and I didn't know anything about color cosmetics. And I didn't know how to sell anything. And really with Mary Kay, we don't want people who want to sell. We want people who want to create relationships with our customers and help their customers find the products that help them look and feel their best, right? We don't want to just give you something that you're not going to use. So that was something that I just didn't have that experience. The one thing that really stood out to me when I did learn about the company, however, was our return policy. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And what that means that at any time you're not completely satisfied with your product, you can return it or just get a full refund or an exchange. And you actually do not have to mail it back. I just talked to a customer today who were trying one thing, and she wants to try something different. And I gave her the different one to try. And she goes, well, can I just give this to my friend to try? And I'm like, of course. So, it wasn't something that was contaminated. But you don't have to mail the product back. That's people's concern, right? You order something online, you have to mail it back. You don't have to do that. You just let us know you're not happy with it. Our job is to follow up and make sure you are happy with your products. So your consultant always does that after every order, just to check in and say, hey, is everything working for you? And then the other thing that I love about our Mary Kay business I didn't share about earlier is our charitable foundation. So our charitable, this is something you can put on your tic-tac-toe board. Our charitable foundation supports two major causes. It supports domestic violence prevention programs and cancer research for cancers affecting women. So it's great that we as a company can do that. And then my group of gals here and my unit, every year we do a big fundraiser for the local domestic violence shelter here and donate probably it's about between $2,000 and $3,000 worth of product to those women, full-size product. And they all, prior to COVID, right, they got to actually pick out in person what they wanted. Now we do a survey online and they tell me what they want, and I give them what they want. They get what they want, which is so amazing that we can do that. So very proud that we can support the community that way and support that cause that way. And then it's, so that was the other thing that was super important to me. And then that flexibility of not having quotas and making that 50% on everything we sell. I wanted to make sure that I love the products, right? And I wanted to make sure it could work in and around my life. So we live by the golden rule in Mary Kay and the philosophy of faith first, family second, and career third. And that means we can put our faith and our family priorities first before our business. And like for me, I have like I said, in the beginning, my kids were 5 and 8. When I started, I was working 30 hours a week and doing the mom thing, right? After school, pick them up at 3. The work was done between 6 a.m. and 3. And I had 3 different jobs and was running around. And now I've whittled it down to my Mary Kay job, and I teach a fitness class online, and that keeps me going in the mornings. But now my kids are 16 and 19, and I have the opportunity to, my son is learning to drive. He gets to help me drive and deliver a product somewhere. I'm like, I might have mailed it to the person, but I'm like, let's drive it because he needs practice driving. And then my daughter, I have the opportunity to travel with her for her sports. So she does competitive archery and we're traveling all over the place, and I can work my business, right, when I'm gone. But if I had a full-time job and was trying to do the amount of travel that we do, I would probably have to bring it to a part-time job. I wouldn't be able to get as many days off as I needed to travel. So that flexibility with this to earn an income and fit this into my life was kind of that last little piece I needed. So anyways, I just wanted to wrap up with that. I'm thinking, okay, there's a couple little things, little notes. So we had the skincare, our top 10 items. So take your tic-tac-toe board. What you're gonna do is text that to your consultant or put it in the chat. I'll put my number in there as well. And then you will be entered into a drawing at the end of the party for a special gift. So keep an eye out for that, for the winner for that. And then to order products, you can go directly to your consultant's website or my website and order your products. And you can also just message us, call us, text us, email us, and we will take your order that way too. So know that that's out there, any option that works really best for you. Some people want a little bit more information and want to have that consultation and say, can you help me figure out what I need for my skin? So thank you guys all for being on. I think I covered everything I needed to. And please text that tic-tac-toe board in. Your consultant gets credit for that. So she has a goal to have so many people watch this as well. So, and respond with that thing. So by watching this and doing that, you're helping her earn a goal. So we thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to checking in with everybody later. Bye-bye.